Now, with the statements that Donald Trump has recently made, more and more people are talking about the border. What's going on down there? What type of security do we have or lack thereof? Of course, our crew goes down there. They see guys with satchels going across the border, throwing these big satchels into this truck and driving off. Who knows what was in those packages, but I'm pretty sure if they do it like that, it may be some illicit activity. And now we're not just talking about things that are coming over the border, but also the people. Now, let me be very clear. I think most of the people who want to come to this country are good, well-meaning people, whether they're from Central America, South America. They have issues of poverty, of health, of crime in their neighborhoods, and they just want to escape that. And that's the point I'm trying to make. But there are also the criminal element that do accompany people here. Now, are all the people coming over the border criminals? Absolutely not. But are there some people? Absolutely yes. And now we have this article, MS-13, violent street gangs recruiting newly arrived illegal youth. And this is some action that's going on in the upper states, but also happens down here in Texas as well. The gangs, which also include the Latin Kings, are targeting immigrant communities in New York and elsewhere across the country for recruits under the age of 18. Many of these children were in fact previously apprehended by immigration authorities, but as InfoWars discovered last year, the federal government has quickly released them and even buying them bus tickets to resettle anywhere in the United States. And also we see the reports in various states of MS-13 members coming to the states and how they got through immigration, customs, ICE. I'm not exactly sure, but these guys are all tatted up. They have tattoos. Once again, this isn't everybody coming over the border, but they definitely do have the criminal element that does accompany them. And as we're talking about the people getting the bus vouchers, as myself and the crew last year, we go down to South Texas and I had a chance to speak to a gentleman named Pagan in McAllen, Texas. He is one of the city representatives. And we're having this conversation. He's like, yeah, they're buying them bus tickets to ship them, elsewhere in the country. I was like, who's buying them bus tickets? He's like, the Border Patrol, or thus was his understanding. So which is to say you have these people, they give them a voucher, your court dates, I think the average court date's 3 years away. So then they give them a bus ticket to hop on a Greyhound and go pretty much any place in the U.S. Do you really think somebody who went all the way up to Washington State is going to drive all the way back down to the state of Texas 3 years later just to get deported? I think absolutely not. And once again, if you want to come to the country, there's a legal, lawful way. You can be naturalized, and people say that's unrealistic, that's unreliable. Well, I talked to a young lady when we went out to California last year. I believe she was from Singapore. We got this on video, and she was telling me, yeah, it is a very long process, expensive process, but she did it the legal, lawful way. But she is now a United States citizen, and I am very happy to have her here because she did it the proper way. Now, let's talk about people who aren't doing things the proper way. There's all type of police brutality going on. We know this is happening, has been happening. We just see it more prevalent because of the advent of camera phones and so forth. So I'm going to show you this video. Pocatello Police Detective Steve Westfall was captured on dash cam, forcefully pressing his forearm into James Rutherford's head. So you can judge for yourself whether or not that was necessary, but we have to show these videos and put these videos out in light. And it's not to demonize the police. There are plenty of good police officers out there helping kids cross the street and getting cats out of trees that don't get national attention. But when these guys so often do these actions, nothing happens to them. Case in point, Kelly Thomas or Eric Garner, these guys commit these horrendous crimes on video, nothing happens. But then again, there are plenty of good police out there. And for that, I'll let you judge this one for yourself. This is a University of Cincinnati officer who has been indicted in the fatal shooting of Samuel DuBose.
What did you pull me over for?
Again, the front tag.
But it's not illegal to have a front flag in Cincinnati.
Okay. Actually, it is. I'm going to ask you again. You have a license on you?
I have a license. You can run my name.
Okay. Is that not on you then?
I don't think I have it on me.
Be straight up with me. Are you suspended?
No, I'm not suspended.
Or not? Go ahead and take your seatbelt off for me.
I ain't even do nothing.
Go ahead and take your seatbelt off. Stop! Stop!
And we'll settle in for this segment with this. Obama judge finds school over Christian prayer. So basically, this is a situation in Mississippi. They invited a gentleman, Reverend Rob Gill, to come in and speak to the students. But they said, hey, you can't have this guy in here talking about religion in the schools. And now the school has been fined $7,500. And they're also threatening to sue the school for more money if this type of thing is repeated. And that's according to the Christian Post. And we'll settle to a close with this. Obama judge finds school over Christian prayer. And this is in Rankin, Mississippi. Basically, a reverend was invited to come speak at a school assembly. And they said, we can't have this guy coming in and closing things down with a prayer. So basically, a student has fined the school with their attorney $7,500, according to the Christian Post, and it also says they will come after them again if they choose to have another person come and speak a prayer. So this is the war on religion. You can have all these other things. People can talk about Islam. They can stomp on the name of Jesus in schools. But if you dare talk about Christianity, that's a big foul.
In the past decade, we have witnessed unparalleled scientific discoveries in the area of health. But no one has put together a formula that focuses directly on brain health, nerve growth factors, and optimizing your cellular energy at the same time. DNA Force is one of the most expensive formulas to produce. Some of the ingredients in DNA Force are $12,000 a kilogram. We are using the coveted, patented, only American source of PQQ, CoQ10, and more. You want the best that's out there at the lowest price anywhere? Well, we're bringing you a total win-win. The ultimate value, cutting-edge, trailblazing game changer that also supports the InfoWar. We have produced a limited run of DNA Force, and it will take up to 12 weeks to produce more once we sell out. Secure your DNA Force today at InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139. DNA Force,